Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we'll try to figure out if Newell Brands is still the brand people love or if it's time to say goodbye to some of their products. Today we're digging into the latest from Newell Brands, a company known for everything from Sharpie pens to Rubbermaid containers. They've just dropped a report about their earnings for the quarter ending June 30th, 2025. And we're going to see what those numbers really mean for the people who own a piece of this company and for us consumers. Before we dive in, if you like getting simple explanations of complicated business news, make sure you're subscribed. And hey, we've got a great community on Discord where we break down even more of these filings. Link is in the description below. So what's the big news from Newell Brands? They've released their earnings report and it's all about how they did financially in the last few months. Think of it like a checkup for the company's wallet. Newell Brands' stock is traded on the Nasdaq, and that means lots of investors are watching closely to see how the company performs. When they talk about their earnings, they're telling us how much money they made and how much it cost them to make those sales. This is super important because it tells us if the company is growing or shrinking. The main event here is officially a press release that came out on August 1st. This is where they share the juicy details about their performance. They're basically giving us the scorecard for how they did during the second quarter of 2025. Now, a big part of understanding a company's performance is looking at its financials. While we don't have the full nitty-gritty tables in this specific document that usually come with a 10Q, this 8K is referencing a press release that certainly would have them. Think of it this way. This report is like the headline announcement, and the press release, which is also attached, is the front page story with all the key details. What we can infer is that they are reporting on their operational and financial condition. Whenever companies like Newell Brands report their earnings, people are looking for three main things. First, how much money did they bring in, which is often called revenue or sales. Second, how much profit did they actually keep after all their expenses, which is generally referred to as net income or earnings per share. And third, what do they expect to happen in the future, their guidance. This filing tells us that Newell Brands shared their earnings for the quarter that ended on June 30, 2025. We don't have the specific numbers right in front of us here, but that press release would contain the crucial details. Generally speaking, when we analyze these, we want to see if sales are going up or down. If sales are up, it usually means people are buying more of their products. If sales are down, it might mean their products aren't as popular as they used to be. Or perhaps there's a lot more competition out there. Then we look at profit. A company can sell a lot, but if it costs too much to make those products or to run the business, they won't make much profit. So a healthy profit margin is always a good sign. It means they are managing their costs well and are efficiently turning sales into actual money that can be reinvested or given back to shareholders. The person signing off on this report is Mark J. Essig, and he's the Chief Financial Officer. This is important because the CFO is the financial wizard of the company. Their job is to oversee all the money matters, from how much is spent to how much is earned, and to make sure everything is reported accurately to investors and regulators. When a CFO signs off on a report like this, it's a statement of confidence in the company's financial standing and the accuracy of the information provided. It's a good sign that the financial reporting is being handled by a senior executive responsible for the numbers. So what does this all mean for Newell Brands? They've given us an update on their financial health. It's like a regular health check for the business. Are they making money? Are their customers happy and buying their products? Are their expenses under control? This kind of information is vital for anyone who is invested in the company or is thinking about it. It helps them decide if the company is a good investment. Looking at Newell Brands specifically, they've got a huge portfolio of brands. Think about your kitchen with Rubbermaid, your office with Sharpie, or even your cooler with Coleman. That's Newell Brands. They have to manage all these different product lines, and each one can perform differently. Some might be booming while others are struggling. This report, though it's brief in itself, points us to the press release, which is the place to find the actual financial performance. If sales are up, it suggests their strategy of developing and selling these well-known brands is working. If profits are strong, it indicates good operational management. But if the numbers show a decline, it could mean they need to rethink their product offerings, their pricing, or how they reach customers. In essence, this 8K filing is a signal flare from Newell Brands telling the market, here's how we did last quarter. It's the beginning of the conversation about their financial results. The attached press release would then be the detailed discussion, and investors and analysts will pick apart those numbers to understand the true story. Now, looking at these results more broadly, Newell Brands operates in a very competitive market. Consumer spending habits change, and companies that can adapt and offer products that people want and need at a price they're willing to pay tend to do well. The real test for Newell brands is whether they can continue to innovate and keep their brands relevant in a world where new products and trends emerge constantly. Their significant presence in everyday household items means they are a bellwether for consumer confidence and spending. If people are cutting back on discretionary spending, companies like Newell brands can feel that impact. Conversely, if consumers are feeling confident and spending, Newell brands often benefits. We need to remember the attached press release holds the key financial metrics. While this 8K is the formal notification, the press release is where you'd find the numbers that tell the real story. For instance, we'd be looking for things like net sales, gross profit, operating income, and earnings per share. Are these numbers growing compared to last year? Are they beating analysts' expectations? These are the kinds of questions that the press release answers. So what's my take on this? Newell Brands is a company with a deep history and a wide array of products that are part of many people's daily lives. This filing, by referencing the earnings report, indicates they are providing a crucial update on their financial performance. The real insight will come from digging into the financial details in the press release they've filed. A strong performance would suggest good management and product appeal, while weaker numbers might indicate challenges in a tough economic climate or increased competition. We need to watch if they are able to maintain their market share and profitability across their diverse brand portfolio. Alright, that's a quick look at this Newell Brands filing. What are your thoughts on their quarterly update and what it might mean for the company's future? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. And don't forget to join our Discord community for even more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.